here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give you the current update on my garden. Welcome to a simple life. I think I made a mistake. And I wanna fix it. And here's my mistake. I've always recorded my videos and then had like a month worth of videos recorded and then edit a video and put it out. And it's given me a security that I would never not have material to produce for you guys. But it also feels like we're not connected, because any comments that you make are on things that are a month old. And so I want to make it right. Here's what I want to do. I want to start putting out my videos within a week of filming them. It's going to take some adjustment on my part, and hopefully it means that we are more connected, because right now you guys don't know what my garden actually looks like. I just did an update about the pigs and the figs and the potatoes and the calf, and the potatoes look beautiful. They still do, but the garden is huge, and we've had all kinds of things happen in the garden. We lost all our radishes to worms and me not pulling them out in time.
That is the pile that have some type of damage to them, whether it's worms or splits or something like that. And this is the pile right here of ones that are good.
We've been battling a gopher that you guys have probably barely heard about, and I keep losing. The gopher just keeps winning. He's eating my potatoes like a couple plants a day. I set a gopher trap yesterday, and it looks like there's dirt over my gopher trap. There's some real resistance. Let's see. No, unfortunately not. We planted a different bed. There's all kinds of these things that happen in my garden. Everything's gonna be bigger. Some things are gonna be missing. There's gonna be failures. I'll talk about them briefly. There are successes, and I'll talk about those. Christine came up here and helped me do some tomato pruning and stuff like that, and I'll show you the results of those, but I'll also show you what she showed me. So let's start with an update on the potato towers. One more time. You just saw them and we updated you, and now I'm going to update you again. So here's what they look like. They are much shorter than they were. You know, when we put them in here, they were up to here with material. Now they're down to here, but they are really big and really bushy. I have gone to watering them about once a week or so, but when I water them, I give them a very thorough watering. I usually take this and I put it on pretty low, and I move it around the outside. I don't put it in the middle, because the middle stays plenty wet. You can see there's still plenty of moisture in the middle, but around the outside, because that's where the air flows. So far, they're doing really good, especially considering this last week we were up in the 90s. All right, let's take a look at the garden. The potatoes are absolutely splendid. They are doing phenomenal. Other than having a gopher in them, they're doing great. The lettuce, we've been eating the lettuce. The onions are doing good. The leeks are doing good. The red chicory, well, not so much. The radishes, there's a few, but I'm gonna let them go to seed. The tomatoes. After Christine came up, the tomatoes really went off in a spectacular way. She's such a genius. I love her for all her help. I have the beautiful one with me. She's going to help me prune, because I don't really know what I'm doing with tomatoes. All right, so what am I supposed to do here, Christine?
I'm gonna start at the bottom, and you're gonna pick a main one.
Yep.
We have a couple here, so I pick, I think this one's going out. See which one has fruit, but.
Well, fruit is not a huge deal right now, because.
So this we don't need.
Okay.
So we're gonna keep this main one.
Okay, and you can cut that whole entire, oh, you're killing me.
Yeah.
My tomatoes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like these, because these don't need to touch the ground.
Yep, okay.
So, do this one.
And even, okay.
Let me take a look.
And even like this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't.
Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna take off this branch right here. Too late. Couldn't you tell me no if you wanted to? All right, and we don't have a lot of issues with like funguses and stuff here, as far as I know. But I still don't want fruit on the ground. And with these guys, there'd very well possibly be fruit on the ground. Okay, So this one I got simplified down to kind of here.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that?
Yeah, and just kind of make it a little flush.
Okay. And then I'll show you how this works because this is cool. She's never seen me work with this. This is really cool. So it stretches out.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you can just come. I usually use the stick and I go around the stick and then I just go around my main.
Oh wow.
And I just clip it. Okay. And you let go and it just staples it like that.
That's great.
And then when you're ready, you can hit it again and it grabs the tape again and you do the next one.
Let's see. Yeah, so see these?
Yep.
Just down here.
Oh, so this bigger branch needs to go.
Yeah, because you need a main, just a main one.
Okay.
And even like, I don't know.
Even that one?
Well, let's see. Yeah, because you need one.
Okay. And okay. I'm all new to this. I know it sounds crazy, but Christine will tell you, she's always been the gardener. I've always been the person who just did all the hard work. Like, what I mean by hard work is like tilled, built boxes, that kind of stuff. Christine's always been the one that grew everything, and now I'm the one growing everything because she's growing kids. Well, no, she's not pregnant, but she's raising the kids. I'll get in trouble if I start that rumor.
You got that right.
And they look absolutely beautiful. I just need a real gardener to show up and help me. Kale is doing good, but we have something eating on it. I put out some glue traps and I brought out a bug zapper just in case it was like a moth, because I did find some moths on there. It's the only thing I found on the kale with these little moths. So while the bugs eating the kale doesn't bother us, it does make it kind of hard to sell in the future. The carrots, unfortunately, I think we got 1 carrot out of every 20 carrots we planted. So not a lot of carrots, but we do have them. The broccoli has some heads on them. They're coming along nicely. This broccoli is a different type of broccoli, so this one's a little later. But overall, we got really good broccoli. Peppers are doing good. We got a lot of peppers. Oh, and the cucumbers. The cucumbers have cucumbers growing. Let's see if we can find a little cucumber. We had some the other day I saw. Oh, look at there. There you go, right here. Christine will be excited about those. Okay. Let's take a look at our Brussels sprouts. So we have plants growing. I seeded a few more and they took. Some of them took, some not. This one I'll transplant because we have 2 here. I'm gonna transplant one to right here. There was supposed to be, I put some seeds here and nothing popped up. This is a new one from about a week ago that I planted. Oh, we might have something here. That might be one right there. So we have some coming up. So we got double plants here, so we'll thin those. We'll take one and put it maybe over here. This plant was actually in here and I moved it over and it got transplanted nicely. It took very nicely, so we're happy with that. Now down here is a big experiment. And I'll show you some of that in a video. What I did down here was we tried a compost bed. And this is where I'm talking about I kind of lost my way. This is how I've always done stuff. I've always done stuff using compost and building soil, and that's the way I've done things. And then I decided to go and till my garden up. So I came in and I did a horse manure compost bed and I planted directly into it, and we're gonna see how it works. I've heard it works sometimes, it doesn't work other times. So what we have, and I can show you, there's some coming up right here. So we have turnips, carrots, lettuces, and radishes, and in between we have beets. The beets I don't expect to see right away because they are going to come up a little bit later. I'm going to adjust my watering system right here because what I'm realizing is the watering, the moisture is about 1 inch down. Okay, so I need to get some top water to really help these seeds take off. So we're going to be adjusting that. We're going to be replacing one of the lines, probably this line, with a little spray nozzle, and that should help us cover everything with water. Okay, we have some herbs and stuff along here that Christine asked me to plant, and they're doing good. Overall, the garden's doing very good, other than the gopher. The gopher problem has really been our main problem. The greenhouse is giving me some really interesting and different results that I didn't expect. And what do I mean by that? Well, for example, the end, you can see right here, look at the kale. See, it's nice and big and tall. and then gets small. And it does it on the other end too. And I noticed it only does it on the ends, like it's very consistent like that. And I'm realizing what is happening is it's getting direct sunlight, and this plastic ends up giving about, I don't know, 5-10%, I don't know, shade. It's not quite as sunny in here, and you can actually see there's a shadow line. You can see the shadow. It's brighter out there and darker in here. And so it's causing the kale to basically struggle there a little bit deeper. Now, I know my kale is planted very thick. I am very much aware of that. Part of that was a little bit to see how it would do. Part of it's also to see how much I need to thin it. This is all an experiment. I'm doing a lot of experimenting here because I really want to see how far I can push some of these plants. And my pigs just woke up from a nap. So that's one of the reasons for the kale just to be so stinking thick. I do want to see what's going on with the leaves and the bugs eating it. I'm kind of concerned because it's not really, like, some of this is so damaged by the bugs eating it, but I'm not finding anything. Like, I'm looking through here and I'm not finding any bugs, but I am finding, occasionally I'll find a little moth. So let's see what our glue traps have on them and see what they're showing, because they may be telling the story. I do see some flea beetle. Okay, so maybe you got flea beetle. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's just this little black one. I think that's a flea beetle. Okay, so we may have flea beetle. In that case, I think my traps are actually too high. So I thought maybe we had like a moth or something that was doing it. So maybe it's flea beetle. If it's flea beetle, what I'm going to do is I'm going to lower my traps and I'll put more of them up and just see if we can take care of it with that. Once again, we don't use any chemicals, so glue traps about the best I can do. And here we are, the beginning of July 8th to be precise. You're up to date with where we are, and I'm so glad because it's felt like there's this distance, and it's just a distance of time. And so, thank you so much for joining us on a garden update today. I appreciate you guys so much. Have a good one.